Hi guys, welcome to Paul's Cooking Adventures. Today we're going to learn how to cut this beautiful thing up, this lovely pineapple from Queensland, Australia. Let's get cooking. Let's get started. We want to make sure that we use a nice sharp knife doing this one. You don't want to use a blunt knife, so we just want to cut off the head. Pretty simple to do. And then we want to turn it around and we want to cut off the tail. What we can do then is we can put it up with a nice flat bottom and we're going to start cutting around the outside of our pineapple. You don't want to go too deep, you just want to cut it around and cut a little bit off. And then what we can do from this point on is we can follow the line around where the green is on the pineapple. And keep on following it around. They're pretty simple to do, you just want to keep on turning the pineapple around and removing the skin on the outside. You don't want to take too big chunks, you want to keep it nice and smooth on the outside, making sure that we're getting all these core bits as we're going around. So we're just cutting just on the inside of the line. You can just see where I'm cutting down is just making sure that we're cutting in, just getting the outside bits. You can do it very slow, little bit by little bit. Obviously I've had a lot of practice at this. It doesn't take too much, but we're taking the knife from the top on a bit of an angle and then cutting it in and around on the natural angle of the pineapple. What we can do now the skin has been removed is just go around slowly and just take off a whisper thin piece of pineapple to cut off the outside, little bits here. Really large ones out of there. Obviously we've done a pretty good job of this one. There's not too many that are left. And there we can see straight away this one's looking pretty perfect all the way around. We can now grab our knife and we're just going to cut straight down the center. Look at this beautiful pineapple. We can remove one piece to the side and we're just going to work on one. There's a couple of different ways that we're going to cut this one. We're going to do this first one as a whole piece. So what we want to do is we're going to cut a V out so we can cut the core out. Just want to cut on an angle, holding your pineapple nice and steady. You don't want to cut down too deep. We're only cutting down 1.5 centimeters and then we'll do 1.5 centimeters on the other side. Just want to do it back on the other side again, just a little bit through. Just going to make sure that we get it all the way in, and then it should just about pull out. What we're going to do is we're going to now cut some small incisions on this part. We just want to do the same sort of angle, but we want to follow just on the edge where we've cut through, and then we can cut just a little bit out on the other side. So we'll just pull out and we can do the same again. I've got a couple of little grooves on that side and we can do the same on the other side as well. Little groove down. We can see that we've got our grooves just cut down in our pineapple. What we can do then is place it over flat side down and we're just going to cut this pineapple nice and thin. Easy way to do it is once you put your fingers behind the knife and you want to tuck your little finger in, you can just cut straight down. And then what you want to do is when you pull it through, is you can just pull your pineapple back so it holds together. Now that one's been cut, we can turn over our pineapple. You want to do that by sliding your knife under, and we can flip it over. You'll see that they've been all lovely cut together. Now the easiest way to do this for a platter is you can just push your pineapple down like this with your hands and it's all ready to go. You can see how beautiful that looks. It looks absolutely gorgeous and it will be lovely and beautiful on a fruit plat. And we can now move this one to the side. Now we can cut up our other pineapple. What we're going to do with this one, we'll cut this one into another couple of different ways. We can either lift it up and cut straight down. It's a nice way to do this because it keeps the pineapple nice and steady, straight down the center, and we've got it into two parts. We can then turn it onto its side, and what you want to do is cut the core out on an angle. It's the best way to do this because it holds nice and steady on the bench and there's no risk of slipping over and cutting your fingers. Just take out the core. We have our pineapple nice and flat. We can do a lovely little incisions with this one, the same as we did last time. We can fit in 4 of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Either cut it this way, which we can hold it nice and steady, or we can flip it around, which is the easiest way because it's nice and flat. And then we can cut them. This one we can cut a little bit thicker pieces, so we don't have to cut it as thin. We can flip this one over. As you can see, they're nice and straight, but what we're going to do with this one, instead of folding them down the front, we're just going to turn it on the side and just make it go straight on the side. Now last but not least, if you just wish to cut it into basic cubes, you can cut off the core in the same way. You want to turn it around onto your flat side. We can cut this now into 3 even sized pieces, and then we can cut straight down in even pieces. There we have it, that easy to cut it into cubes, very, very simple. But then again, these other ways are very simple as well. And there we go guys, 3 simple ways to cut your pineapple. I hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to seeing you soon. Make sure to write a comment down the bottom. I'll make sure to reply. Thank you very much everyone. See you soon.